Hey guys, it's Aurelius. So I'm coming from my car. That's where I'm sitting at. I just want to talk about something that was on my mind, or it's been on my mind for a little while. Today is Friday. Last weekend we actually went to New York, and I'm trying to piece together a vlog. It's my first time trying to do a vlog, so I'll do my best when I put it together. But the trip was good. It was just me and my boys. We had a good time. However, it's like the whole time we were on the trip, my oldest son kept pissing me off. It's like I don't want to say he did it intentionally, but he just kept pissing me off. And it would be like little shit. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, we rode the subway. First time ever riding the subway. First time ever going to New York, right? So I asked the guy if we were getting on the right train, on the right subway, right? To make sure we get on the right subway. He was like, "Mom, why did you ask him for directions?" I was like, why wouldn't I? Like, you want us to just get off on the wrong stop? Like, that would be stupid. And then when we were in Brooklyn, there was this museum we were going to, and I was trying to find the museum, and I saw a guy walk by, and I asked him which way was the museum. Again, he was like, "Mom, why are you asking people for directions?" And again, I said to him, "CJ, I want to make sure we're going the right place. Like, what's so wrong with that?" That was just that. So he pissed me off. Then I got over it, and Monday on the way home, like, it's kind of like the whole weekend we just had like it was just like a bad vibe between us. Like, we would be okay, then the vibe would mess up again. So Monday when we got home, we got to the airport, and we were on the way home, and let me back up. So I guess I need to do like a whole everything that's been going on. So my son graduated high school. My oldest son graduated high school. For his graduation gift, I got him a car. So when we went to the airport, we drove his car to the airport. And when we were leaving, he was like, "Mom, I need gas in my car." And I was like, "Okay, whatever, go to the gas station." So we get to the gas station, and I'm putting the gas in the car. And then all of a sudden, like, I just got so pissed. I was like, you get out and fill the tank. Like, why am I filling your tank in your car? Like, duh, get out here and do it. And I just, from that point on, just had an attitude. Like, I was just mad, just pissed, I was just over it. So another backstory, I have bipolar disorder, and it's bipolar 1. It's like the lesser one. And I honestly thought I was going through mania, which is a part of bipolar. So, okay, I said all that. I'm going to come back to that. So we get home, we get in the car, and I'm just fussing at my son. I'm just going off on him. And he's like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you yelling at me? What's wrong with you? Why are you going off on me?" And I'm just like, "Just leave me alone. Like, I just don't even want to talk to you." I'm just, child, I don't know. I'm just in a bad mood. So I get an appointment with my doctor, and I was talking to her, and she was like, "Tell me what's been going on," or whatever. And I told her, I told her how I've been feeling, and I told her that, okay, my son graduated last Monday. I think that was the 20th. Actually, today, the 31st, we were supposed to have a graduation dinner for him at Chili's. And I sent out the invite. I live in Florida, but I grew up in Georgia, so I have family in Georgia and family in Florida. And I'm sorry, I talk with my hands, I'm sorry. So I invited the Florida family, I invited the Georgia family. Well, some people said they could come, some people said they couldn't. But I grew up with my Georgia family, so, I really didn't care about my Florida family not coming. But, like, when my Georgia family started saying they couldn't come, like, I was just like, really? Like, I took offense to it. But I didn't think, like, that was bothering me. So when I had my appointment with my doctor and I told her about that, she was like, She said, Race, honestly, I don't think you're going through mania. She said, I think you're just upset and you're hurt. And you're hurt because, like I told her, it's like whenever somebody else in my family have an event or have a big celebration or whatever going on, it's like everybody is there. My sister lives in Jacksonville, like North, of course, that's North Florida. And my nephew graduated, I think, 2 years ago. So the whole family, Georgia family, Florida family, came to my nephew's graduation. Well, my sister is one of the people that was saying she didn't know if she could come to the graduation dinner. Now, mind you, a couple weeks ago, when I was texting her about the graduation dinner, she was like, well, why are you having it on a Friday? Why don't you do it on a Saturday? I said, well, okay, I'll change it to a Saturday if you can, if you're going to come. And she was like, no, keep it as a Friday. So 2 weeks ago, that's what she said. Just a couple days ago, she said to me, because I sent out another text, like a reminder, and she was like, well, I got to make sure I get all my work done to see if I could come. And I was like, really? Like, okay. So again, going back to my appointment with my doctor, when I was telling her about that, she said, Aurelius, I really think you need to let them know how you feel. She said, it's one thing, if they act a certain way towards you. She was like, but your son is different. Like, your son, he graduated. How often does a child graduate high school, and you really want your family to be there, and they should be there. And the fact that they're saying they can't come and they got all these excuses, you need to let them know how you feel about that. I said, okay, whatever. So, what day was that? Tuesday or Wednesday? So I sent a text to my sister and my cousin. Now, my sister, Kiki is what? She's like 3 years older than me, and I have a cousin. Me and my cousin are almost the same age. Now, me and my cousin are really close. Like, we're like 9 months apart. Like, and growing up, everybody always thought that my cousin was my sister and my sister was my cousin. So me and my cousin are really, really, really close. And when I was talking to her, like, me and her were texting, going back and forth, and she was saying, that she could come. But then it was like at the last minute, she was kind of saying, no, this is what she said. She said something about CJ dinner on Saturday, and I said, no, his dinner is on Friday. She was like, oh, shoot, I thought it was Saturday. And she was like, first she was just saying, well, maybe my husband can't come, but, I'm going to see if I can still come. And that just kind of made me say, you know what, forget it. Like, again, my family in Florida, I don't really communicate with them. I don't talk to them that much. But one of my cousins, whenever she has an event, she always invites me. So that's why I felt the need to invite them, whatever. So they were just saying, my sister and my cousin, they were just like, Ray's just reschedule it for another date, when everybody can come. And I was just like, you know what, forget it. At this point, I'm pissed, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm over it. So I called my son, and I told him what was going on, and I was like, what do you want to do? And he was like, well, Mom, what do you want to do? And I said, well, in my mind, I'm just like over it, cancel it. I said, but this is for you. You make the decision. And he was like, well, I really don't care. So I just texted everybody and was like, you know what, we canceled it. And that was just that. And, it was just crazy because, like, for example, one of my cousins here in Florida, when I text her about the dinner, she was like, well, I may not make it anyway because whatever. She may not make it. So when I text her to say, that we canceled it, she was like, oh, what happened? Like, I was going to come. I was just like, you know what? I'm just over it. I'm over it. Like, I can't deal. I don't have tolerance for people like that. I'm just over it. I'm just over it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So we canceled his dinner, and Me and my cousin, we talk almost every day. And so after that, like when they were like, don't cancel it, just schedule it for another day, I was like, whatever. I didn't even respond back. And for the next couple days, I didn't respond back either. They were calling me, I didn't answer the phone. I was just, I'm over it. So one of my aunts who lives in Georgia, she texted me because this is her thing. My son's graduation was on a Monday, so she said, you know, I can't make it to a graduation on Monday, but I'll be there at his dinner. I said, okay, cool. When I text everybody the reminder for the dinner, she was like, I can't make it, I got a prior engagement. I said, whatever. But this is what my aunt said to me when she said that she couldn't make it to the graduation. She said, you know, well, I promised your mom that I would look out for you, you know, so I'll be there. And I took that, the way she said it, I took it as she really didn't want to come anyway. Like, for her to say, I promised your mom I would be there, I felt like she didn't want to come anyway. So whatever. So she said she couldn't come, and I was just like, whatever. Didn't even respond back to her. Fine, whatever. So my auntie sends me a text yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I guess my sister and my cousin, I guess they were talking. You know, we've been trying to call her. She's not answering. I think she's upset, blah, 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 blah. So my auntie sent me a text, and she was like, you know, Reyes, don't feel bad because we can't make it. You know, we'll just all try to come at another time and celebrate with him. You know, I'm really proud of you, the way that you know, you've taken care of yourself and you pushed your son and blah, 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 blah. I didn't even respond. I was just like, whatever. I was just like, whatever. Like, I have other story times to tell about my family, to tell why I am the way that I am. Like, I'm just, yeah, that's another story I'll tell at a later time. But it's just crazy. But you know, going back to what my doctor said, you know, about me being upset, I mean, I do feel like, yeah, I'm upset maybe, but maybe a part of it too is mania. Like, her thing is, you know, are you out here, you know, doing all this crazy stuff, walking around taking your clothes off, spending a whole lot of money, having sex with all these people, using drugs, gambling? And I'm like, my doctor's name is Sabrina, and I'm like, Sabrina, I'm not going to do any of that. I said, you know, I'm not going to purposely embarrass myself. I said, you know, but I have a lot of crazy thoughts that run through my head. But again, I'm not going to embarrass myself. So I'm not going to do any of this shit, you know, whatever. But I do know I've been really irritable. Like, I've been very irritable, like real short tempered. My sleeping, I have bad insomnia anyway, but it's like my insomnia has gotten worse. Like, just, Lord have mercy. It's just a lot going on, and I'm just glad today is Friday because I get a couple days to try to clear my mind and hopefully be ready to go back to work on Monday. Just, it's just crazy. But I thank y'all for listening to me, letting me vent. You know, life happens. Life happens, and you know, I'm just trying to deal with it the best way that I can. And I'm a person who needs to talk to people. Like, it's not good for me to hold things in. It's like I can't hold things in. Like, I have to talk. I have to talk to somebody. But, you know, I feel like sometimes when you talk to people, they already have perceived notions, and they already, it's like before they even wait for you to finish what you're gonna say, they already know what they're gonna say. So, you know, are they even really listening? Or Reyes, is not that serious, you're taking it too personal. You know, you always take shit personal. Yes, I do. I take shit personal. I do. And especially in this situation, because, you know, one of the things that I said to my sister and my cousin, because we have like a group text, and I was telling her, I was like, because my sister was like, you know, you waited to the last minute to invite us and all this or whatever. And I'm like, CJ's been a senior for like a whole year, so y'all knew he was graduating, and I mean, y'all had to know I was gonna do something for him, you know. So to say I waited to the last minute, okay, whatever, sure. But when my nephew graduated, I was there. It wasn't no question of, you know, can you reschedule it? I was there. I was just there. And I just feel like when it comes to me, like, I don't have support from my family. I just don't. Like, when I graduated with my bachelor's. What year was that? 2017? I graduated with my bachelor's. My graduation was in Atlanta. So I told my family in Georgia in advance that I was graduating. Only my one cousin that I'm really close to showed up to my graduation. I graduated with my master's June of last year. And my family was like, you know, we didn't make it to your bachelor's, we're going to make it to your master's. And I said, sure, whatever. Told them in advance. And this graduation was in Tampa. My sister lives in Jacksonville. I told her way in advance, you know, about my graduation. Nobody showed up. It was just me and the boys at my graduation. So, you know. So just to hopefully make you get you to understand where I come from, like where I'm coming from when I say how my family is, like, you know. But then, you know, the crazy thing, after my graduation, right, that my sister did not show up for, a week later, her stepdaughter graduated. And she had the audacity to ask me to come to her graduation. Come to her stepdaughter's graduation. Of course, I didn't go, but I was just like, wow. Like, I invited you to my graduation, and you couldn't come, but then you gonna ask me to come to your stepdaughter graduation? Like, okay, but let me bring this to an end, because this is already longer than I wanted it to be. But again, thank y'all for letting me vent, listening to me complain and bitch. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.